The Houston Astros tied the ALCS Friday night to force Game 7 of the World Series, charging 7 runs to Yankees' Luis Severino and David Robertson. For those of you who respond with a forlorn shrug, maybe because your favorite team broke you in Game 5 again or Game 3 or Game 1 in the wildcard, read on. What's up to Giants fans whose team rolled down a hill this season instead of playing baseball and who can't relate to a definition of watching the Dodgers succeed that's not simply death? Maybe you just have been busy with worrying about whether Yoenis Cespedes will decide to like water this offseason. This say hey, baseball is for you, because there's a Game 7, and this one is going to be particularly fun because your team isn't in it to stress you out. Let's do this. The Astros will play this game in the midst of hurricane recovery. It's a tale as old as sports, the city rallying around their favorite boys in hardship, but it's uniquely remade in each instance with the guts of its hometown. Grant Brisbee wrote much better words about this than I. Charlie Morton gets the start in their version of the story. His sinker and clanky Astros defense gave up 5 runs in 3 2/3 in Game 3. The question is if bad luck will follow him to the mound Saturday. Houston has Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa and George Springer, the clubhouse DJ who only takes prisoners in the form of baseballs that could potentially change a game, leading the offense to erase any Morton missteps. Listen, we know it's tough to catch up on everything happening in the baseball world each morning. Trying to find all of it while on your way to work or sitting at your desk just isn't easy. It's okay, though. Subscribe to our daily MLB newsletter and let us do the heavy lifting for you each morning to find the things you need to see. It seems pretty easy to accept that the Astros are good and fun. It might take a little longer to get there with the Yankees. The Yankees are fun, even if they're still the villain. Based on the TVTropes.org page for likable villains, they'd either be evil as cool or magnificent bastard. I'm asserting that this far down because I did not want to scare you away if you really are crawling out of a postseason baseball hole. If you need to feel better, Siri will tell you they were crushed Friday night. The fun piles up with Didi Gregorius, Gary Sanchez, and always Aaron Judge. Judge hits the kind of home runs that make you forget it's only a dumb ball of yarn arching through the stadium. In the ALDS, he had 1 hit and 16 strikeouts in 20 at-bats, so lol kind of. But it's a small sample size. Those can tell us a lot about what happened, but they aren't very predictive in 20 at-bats in the ALCS. His slash line is .300, .417, .850 with 3 homers and 2 doubles. The team's Game 7 starter is a stabilizer, though. CC Sabathia is coming off of 6 shutout innings in Game 3, 9 strikeouts in 4 1/3 in ALDS Game 5 and in the midst of a renaissance season in which the balls are laced against him. Let's not forget either that helps also living a story of courage and accountability, checking himself into rehab in 2015 before the AL wildcard game. CCS for these games, too. All the fun in the world isn't always enough. The Yankees are still an evil empire with the money to sustain 6. Not caring about the Astros fun is fine, too. In either case, it's advisable to do everything you can to reverse Van Scully's prayer of no goats. You might say Springer was sprung into the air to snatch this baseball, of course. The hit came off Todd Frazier's bat with 2 runners on base, and Justin Verlander made sure the inning ended the same way. Here's what Todd Frazier did with his bat when a Justin Verlander pitch came across the plate. Let's do Game 6 ALCS highlights, courtesy of Grant Brisbee. Root for the home team. If they don't win, then they're no longer in the 2017 postseason. These Tigers are the most likely to part ways with the team before the 2018 season. They'll go to with the Frosted Flakes Tiger. Sorry, just kidding. They will actually be gone, but not to anywhere with Tony. Unless, VIIIIINNNNNNN. Scully celebrated the Dodgers' birth from home with family. You look great. Yeah, things here are going great without you, definitely. No void of which to speak. The Giants interviewed Chili Davis. No one knows why, but maybe they just wanted to get to know him better. How is the Phillies GM doing 2 years into his time? Are the Phillies any closer to being not the Phillies? This says that the Mets are nearing a managerial decision, but I am pretty sure it's wrong because managers were actually cancelled after the Nationals decided to fire Dusty Baker. The Twins should get Mike Maddox from the line filing out of Ted Lerner's office right now. Nope.